The woman clearly saw the barbecue shop owner using rotten meat from the trash bin as ingredients, yet she chose to turn a blind eye, and then proceeded to order 50 skewers and a whole case of beer in one go. She then started chowing down. The unscrupulous owner thought he'd found a sucker. He was certain the woman would have diarrhea tonight, but he discovered she wasn't just fine. She was eating with increasing gusto. Meanwhile, the scheming woman who was having dinner with a client suddenly experienced unbearable stomach pain. She straight up let out several nasty farts right in front of the client. As the woman ate more and more, the conniving woman actually ended up crapping her pants right in front of her client. And the reason she did this is because in her previous life, she went to bed before 10 p.m. every night, yet still looked exhausted the next day. Yet the scheming woman could pull all-nighters for a week straight and still be full of energy. This led to the woman getting criticized by her boss every day. But the scheming woman became the company's model worker. The woman eventually ended up in the hospital after suffering a sudden heart attack. The doctor warned her never to stay up late again. Her organs were now failing at a rate comparable to a 60-year-old. If she continues staying up late, she will surely die suddenly. Though she doesn't know why this is happening, she vaguely suspects the scheming woman is somehow involved. She desperately pleads with the scheming woman to stop burning the midnight oil, but the other woman feigns complete innocence, even slandering the woman, claiming her lack of energy stems from an overly active nightlife. Ultimately, the woman dies suddenly from prolonged sleep deprivation, but when she opened her eyes again, she found herself reborn back to when the scheming woman had just joined the company. This time around, she was determined to figure out what the hell was going on. After all her colleagues had clocked out and left, only the scheming woman remained, frantically working overtime. The woman decided to try working late too, hoping to transfer her own drowsiness onto the scheming woman. By the wee hours of the night, the woman was so exhausted she could barely keep her eyes open, but the scheming woman showed no signs of fatigue whatsoever. It seemed this tactic simply wouldn't work. Since she couldn't transfer her own fatigue to the scheming woman, she had to find a way to make the scheming woman go to sleep on her own. So she secretly slipped sleeping pills into the scheming woman's coffee. After the scheming woman finished her coffee, she immediately began to feel drowsy. The woman and other co-workers saw this and urged her to head home and rest. With everyone insisting, the scheming woman finally shut down her computer. The woman thought she was going home to sleep. The next day, the woman woke up feeling refreshed and energized. This was the best night's sleep she'd had since her rebirth. But just as she was about to get out of bed, a wave of intense dizziness and nausea suddenly hit her. She stumbled into the bathroom and started throwing up violently. When she picked up her phone to check the scheming woman's social media, she completely lost it, because the scheming woman hadn't gone home to sleep at all last night. Instead, she went straight to a bar and partied all night long at the club. And the woman's health just kept getting worse and worse, so she didn't hesitate to hand in her resignation to her boss. Compared to work and her career, staying alive was what mattered most. She thought quitting would free her from the scheming woman's influence, but reality dealt her another crushing blow. Her body was still exhausted beyond belief. Even walking downstairs made her heart race and her head spin. It was obvious her sleep was still being stolen by the scheming woman. When she opened her eyes again, she found herself lying in a hospital bed, and saw a video on her phone of the whole company celebrating the scheming woman, celebrating her landing an investment deal for the company. The woman completely broke down. She'd already quit her job, so why was she still being affected by the scheming